Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're starting a two-part series on the hidden relationship between the foods we eat and our brain chemistry. Specifically, we're talking about carbohydrates and serotonin, the happiness hormone. Food companies spend billions on marketing to convince us their products will make us happy. But what if I told you some of these same foods might actually be depleting your brain's natural happiness chemicals? That's right. Today we're exposing the hidden truth about carbs and serotonin that food companies don't want you to know. Make sure you catch part 2, where I'll share 3 simple food swaps that can help boost your mood naturally. Let's get into it. First, let's understand what serotonin actually is. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter, essentially a chemical messenger in your brain that influences everything from your mood and sleep to your digestion and even pain perception. It's often called the happiness hormone because healthy levels are associated with feelings of well-being and contentment. Now, here's what most people don't realize. About 90% of your body's serotonin is actually produced in your gut, not your brain. This creates a powerful connection between what you eat and how you feel. Your body makes serotonin from an amino acid called tryptophan, which you need to get from your diet. But here's the critical part. Tryptophan needs to cross something called the blood-brain barrier to reach your brain, and it competes with other amino acids to get there. This is where carbohydrates come into the picture, and where things get interesting. When we talk about carbs and serotonin, we need to distinguish between different types of carbohydrates. Complex carbs like whole grains, legumes, and vegetables contain fiber and nutrients that slow digestion and provide a steady release of energy. These foods help tryptophan reach your brain in a balanced way. But the processed, refined carbs that food companies push hardest, those trigger a completely different response in your body. When you eat highly processed carbs like white bread, sugary cereals, or snack foods, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. This causes a quick release of insulin, which clears most amino acids from your bloodstream, except tryptophan. Temporarily, this gives tryptophan less competition to reach your brain, resulting in a short-term serotonin boost. And that right there is the hook that keeps you coming back for more. The problem is what happens next. Your blood sugar quickly crashes, leading to that familiar energy slump. Your brain registers this as stress, triggering cravings for more quick-fix carbs. It's a vicious cycle that food manufacturers understand all too well. Over time, this roller coaster can actually deplete your serotonin levels, potentially contributing to mood disorders, sleep problems, and persistent cravings. Have you ever wondered why certain snack foods claim you can't eat just one? Or why certain food combinations like salt, sugar, and fat are so prevalent in processed foods? Food companies spend millions researching the perfect combinations of ingredients to trigger what scientists call the bliss point, that ideal ratio that keeps you coming back for more. According to former food industry insiders, many processed foods are specifically designed to give you that quick dopamine and serotonin hit, followed by a crash that leaves you wanting more. It's not unlike how addictive substances work. Let's look at some examples. Many breakfast cereals marketed as healthy contain more sugar than desserts. Fast food combinations provide the perfect ratio of carbs, fats, and sodium to light up your brain's reward centers. And many low-fat foods compensate with extra sugar and refined carbs to maintain taste, actually making the serotonin roller coaster worse. What's particularly concerning is how these foods are often marketed. Bright, happy packaging with claims about energy or satisfaction target the very feelings that their products temporarily boost, but ultimately deplete. It's a masterclass in misdirection. The worst part? Many people don't make the connection between what they're eating and how they're feeling hours or days later. The time delay makes it hard to recognize the pattern, especially when food marketing constantly reinforces the message that these products bring happiness and satisfaction. This is especially problematic for people already struggling with mood issues. If you're feeling down and reach for comfort foods high in refined carbs, you might feel better temporarily, but you're potentially setting yourself up for worse mood problems later. It becomes a self-perpetuating cycle that's hard to break. So now you understand how the food industry has engineered products that initially boost serotonin, only to leave you crashing and craving more. It's a brilliant business model, but it's not great for your brain chemistry or overall well-being. In part 2 of this series, we'll explore the surprising truth about high-protein diets and serotonin, the balanced approach that supports stable mood and energy, and 3 specific food swaps that can help boost your serotonin naturally. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss part 2. Drop a comment below with any questions about serotonin and food that you'd like me to address in the next video. Until next time, this is Foods That Are Healthy, reminding you that knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health. At Foods That Are Healthy, and subscribe.